actual word count was going to be in black, or is that brown? That's brown. I know my colors. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on something that I've been putting off for quite a while. By the title of the video, you can probably already tell what this is, but it's time to set up my bullet journal for NaNoWriMo. Last year was my first time keeping a bullet journal, and I will say that it was met with limited success. It was really helpful in some regards, although I also found that keeping up with the bullet journal could be overwhelming because, you know, I'm a perfectionist and I'm creative, and so I really like to put a lot of thought and effort into my bullet journal pages. So I kind of had the fear of the blank page, I feel like there's a name for that I can't think of. But I really was just afraid to really write anything down, and so all I ever had was like the month pages and the week pages, and then I would put to-do lists every once in a while. But by the end of the year, when I started to get into November, I was hit with sudden inspiration, filled out the whole rest of the year so that I knew what kind of space I had left in the end of my bullet journal, and then I made a space dedicated to NaNoWriMo. I really think my bullet journal played a big part in me winning last year, so I really want to try that again, even though my bullet journal for this year basically stops at March, for reasons that I'm sure you can guess. A lot has happened, and the overwhelmingness of life kind of got in the way, and I really didn't want to put the effort into bullet journaling. So I've decided that for the rest of the year, I'm not going to worry about bullet journaling my everyday life and my to-do list and stuff like that, because I'm sort of like moving over to Google Calendar and keeping track of things there just because it's easier. But I do want to bullet journal for NaNoWriMo again, because I feel like doing that gave me a little sense of an artistic side of keeping track of like my word count and my planning and all of that. And I really think that it helped to motivate me. And I'll show you what I did last year, and we'll talk through sort of the different pages that I had and how they worked for me. So last year, this was my bullet journal, and you'll see I would have my year at a glance page with all birthdays and, important things to remember and stuff like that. And then I had word goals where I would break all the goals that I had for the year and put them into one word, and that could be like a word I could focus on. And some of these things I really enjoyed, and I just loved the decoration side of things. You know, I would use washi tape, and just each page had a different design. Like February, you can see, was National Library Lovers Month, and then I would have a little, like a Bible verse that I felt fit the theme of the month. So when I got to November, I had the Bible verse. This is the first time I've read this since last November, so a lot of this I didn't even remember it was on here. But the Bible verse that I chose for the month was, "Oh, that my words were written. Oh, that they were inscribed in a book," from Job. So, out of context, but I thought it was funny. What I really wanted to focus on was this tab, which is my NaNoWriMo tab. So, what I started with, I have the title of my project, which is Stronger, my word count goal, which is 50,000, and then I had additional goals. These were goals unrelated to the main NaNoWriMo goals, but ones that I wanted to hold myself to as like sort of additional goals. And then you'll see right below that, I have this, what I called a writing passport. Let's see. So this is a writing passport. I know what that means. I knew I didn't want to just write everything at home. I really liked the idea of going to a cafe and getting stuff done there, and, you know, just sort of that fun, artsy atmosphere of writing in a cafe like famous authors or whatever. And so what I did is I made just a little grid of all of the places that I thought would be fun to write and have my own little personal write in, and I got a set of stamps with cute little stamps, and every time that I went to one of those places, I would stamp it on my passport. And then onto the next page, I have my word count calendar. It'll look a little crazy right now. It did not look like this at the beginning of the month, but this is what it looks like now. Basically, I just drew, and I know that I spelled calendar wrong as well. I was really mad about that, but I didn't want to fix it because I thought it'd look tacky if I just like white out and drew over it or whatever. So I just left it and whatever. I will not be making that mistake this month. So what I did was I had my color code here is my goal was going to be red and my actual word count was going to be in black, or is that brown? That's brown. I know my colors. So I would write down where I was supposed to be as far as the NaNoWriMo website recommends if I follow the 1667 words a day sort of thing. And I filled that out for the whole month. And then each day I would write my actual word count right underneath. And what I would do is I have this sticker page. I bought sparkly star stickers. They're kind of like little bumpy, textured, glittery stars. I don't know if you can see the texture, but I just thought they were kind of fun little like reward system for myself. So I would use these stars, and every time I would hit a word goal, I would put the star on. So the first day, I hit my goal, so I was able to put a star on there. The next day, I hit my goal, yeah, just barely, a little bit over, and I was able to put the star on. So this day, I wrote like 6,000 something words. I was able to put a star not only on this day for the 5,000, but also on this day, and this day, because I had already passed my 10,002 words. So that's kind of what I did, is I would try to stay ahead of the day that I was on and put stars on the day's word count that I had actually hit. So I was able to actually put my last star on this page before the last day of November, since I won early. And then at the very bottom, I have my milestones. So my 5,000 word milestone, my 10,000, 20,000, my halfway, 30, 40, and 50. So that is it for last year's bullet journal. I'm probably going to do something very similar this year, although a lot of things are going to be changing, especially since everything is closed because of COVID, or even if it's not closed, a lot of groups won't hold events, so there's not going to be like live write-ins. There's going to be a lot of virtual events that I'll have to look into, and there's going to be things that I'm going to have to do on my own. But I'm just going to design my bullet journal, and I will show you how I end up setting it up. Okay, here is my bullet journal for NaNoWriMo 2020. So I left my project section blank just because I haven't officially decided which project I'm doing, but I will fill that in at the beginning of the month when I start to write. Then I have my personal goals, which I did some of these last year and I decided I wanted to do them again, so I have write every day. Last year I did write every single day of NaNoWriMo, although I did not meet my word count goal every day, so there were days where I couldn't really think of much to say and I only wrote like 50 words, but I counted that as writing every single day. Next goal, because I'm off on the 1st and I'm going to be doing a midnight live stream, I would like to get to 5,000 words on day 1. While I'm the most motivated to get words done and I have the whole day to myself, I'm going to get 5,000 words on the first day. The next goal, which, like I said, we're doing a live stream on the 1st at midnight, is to host a live stream. The next goal is to never fall behind. Now, this wasn't a goal I had last year because I didn't honestly think it was going to happen, but I didn't fall behind. I had gotten so ahead of schedule at the beginning of the month that I was never behind schedule. I was always meeting my word count goal for that day. And then the last one is to win early. I do want to win early, hopefully before Thanksgiving, because I would like to sort of enjoy that day and not worry about writing when I have, family going on. I mean, I want to really just get that out of the way before Thanksgiving. Next, I have my writing passport. You can see I left it blank this time. Some of my favorite coffee places are actually going out of business, and because of that I really don't want to fill it in and then have something happen and not be able to go to that place, or to find out that they have reduced hours and I'm not able to go. So I do still want to write in a variety of places, and as I do that I will fill those in and stamp them. Right, next page I have my word count calendar, which you can see I spelled with an A as intended. I filled it out basically the same as last year. I have my goal in this gray, and then my actual will be in pink, and I'll write that down below each day just like I did last year. And I think I would like to get some new stickers because I feel like the rainbow stickers don't really fit with the whole vibe of the page. So I'll see if I can find some cute stickers in the next few days. And then I have my spots for my milestones. I might use bigger stickers, I might use the same stickers, I don't know. And then an extra big sticker for 50,000. So those were the pages I had in my last one. This time I did add one more page, which is going to have my reward system, and I left some space at the bottom in case I think of more rewards I want to add. For every day if I hit my daily word count for the day, then I am allowed to watch YouTube, because YouTube is one of my biggest time suckers. I will get stuck watching YouTube videos. So I'm using that as a reward for myself so I don't get distracted before I hit my daily word count at least. So anytime that I double word count and I hit, 3,334 words in a day, then I'm allowed to get DoorDash if I want. I'm not going to necessarily do that every time I double my word count, but that's going to be my way of not basically getting DoorDash anytime that I feel busy and don't want to cook. So, because otherwise I would spend way too much money. So that's going to be like a reward for when I write a whole bunch. Then for each 10,000th word, I'm going to be allowed to have some ice cream. This time of year especially, I go into hibernation mode and I want to eat everything in the house. So I'm going to be eating ice cream, but I will not be allowed to eat any of it until I hit 10,000 or 20,000 or 30, every 10,000th word. I'm allowed to have some ice cream. And it is keto ice cream, so it's going to be not as bad. It's still really good. It's Rebel. I don't know if you've ever had it. They sell it at Fred Meyer, I know, but it's really good. It doesn't even taste like it's sugar-free or anything. It's awesome. Then for 25,000th word, I'm going to buy NaNoWriMo merch. And I haven't decided. I drew a mug on there just because it was cute. But I might just get a NaNoWriMo participation shirt, or there's like a book bag type of a thing. I kind of want to look through the merch because I've never gotten merch other than last year's winter shirt. I don't really have space for a mug, so I probably won't get a mug, but I would like to see what kind of stuff there is just as a reward for getting halfway there. Then for a 5,000 word day, which would be awesome and what I would love to do on the first day, but we will see if that happens, I'm going to reward myself with sushi. That is my favorite food of all time, but it's more expensive and I hardly ever get to get sushi. So that will be for only if I write 5,000 words in a day. And finally, for winning NaNoWriMo, I will be buying a winter shirt. Just like last year, I want to have a collection of winter shirts. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Comment below if you keep a bullet journal, or if you like to bullet journal during NaNoWriMo. Do you keep track of your word count a different way, or do you just use what's on the NaNoWriMo website? What sort of reward system do you use, or have you before? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.